Julia, coming to you from the beach here in Antigua. We're going to do a body sculpting workout on the beach today. We're going to do 10 exercises and we're going to do them in 2 sets. It's going to hurt a little at the end, but you'll feel really good. It's an excellent all-over body workout. So without further ado, let's go. We're going to start here with some push-ups. Push-ups are one of the most important body weight exercises that you can do for your upper body. They will sculpt your chest muscles, which are called your pectoral muscles, and they will also help sculpt your tricep muscles, which are opposite to your bicep muscles, which most of us know what those are. And also they will help with your shoulder muscles. A very excellent exercise to do. It's not the easiest exercise, so if you want an alternative to this, which I will show you in the second set, you can definitely have your knees on the ground, and if you get a bit tired about halfway through, you can definitely put your knees on the ground when you're doing push-ups. Try not to go more than 90% angle at the elbows because you don't want to overextend at the shoulder. So here we are finishing our first set of push-ups. We've got 10 more seconds to go. Next up is plank with alternating leg lifts coming up in 5 seconds. Our next exercise is a plank with alternating leg lifts. This exercise is going to work your butt muscles and your hamstring muscles. It can be challenging to work your hamstring muscles without weights. A lot of people tend to do more exercises for their butt and for their quads than they do for their hamstrings, but it's very, very important to also work the back of your legs, not just the front of your legs. Again, try to stay strong through this. If you're having troubles keeping the alternating leg lift part going, you could definitely just stay in the plank position, which will also work your shoulder muscles and your core muscles, just the position that we're in here. So we're just finishing up our first set of, again, this is the plank with alternating leg raises, and we've got about 10 more seconds left. So try to stay strong through this and get ready for the next exercise, which is going to be a squat coming up next. One of the best exercises that you can do for your entire lower body is the squat. We're doing deep squats here. They exercise the muscles of your butt, the muscles of your thigh, the front of your thigh, which are your quadricep muscles, and they also exercise the muscles of your calves. When you go into a deep squat, you can definitely feel a stronger pull on the muscles because when you go all the way up, you get a rest phase when you're standing up, like I am right there. If you keep the squat deep and make the movement small, you actually don't go into a rest phase, which makes it a lot more challenging. So I would challenge you, as you're doing this, to try to do as many of the deep squats without coming up all the way like I'm doing there as you can. We've got about 10 more seconds left, and then we'll be going on to our next exercise, which will be our bridge lift with leg lifts. Get ready for that coming up next. Okay, we're moving into our next exercise, which is a bridge with alternating leg lifts. This is another exercise that works both your butt muscles and your hamstring muscles, which is the back of the leg. I'm also adding, as you can see here, a leg lift, alternating leg lift, which adds to the difficulty of the exercise and helps also work the legs a little bit harder. I'm showing an alternative here. If you just want to do the bridge lift by itself, try to lift up as much as you can and squeeze a bit at the top. When you squeeze at the top, that's when you should feel the pull in your butt muscles. This is a great shaper for the lower body. Definitely a great exercise to do if you're getting ready to get your beach body ready for the summer. Get ready, we've got about 10 seconds left, and our next exercise will be a Superman. So get ready for that in 5 seconds coming up. Our next exercise is a Superman. There's a number of different ways you can do the Superman move. You can do it lying straight on your stomach with your body on the ground, and you can also do it this way on all fours. It doesn't really matter. It works the muscles of the back and also the core muscles, your stabilization muscles, which are also very, very important for your everyday life. The reason I like the one on your hands and knees as opposed to the one lying flat on the ground is I feel it might be a bit of a strain on the neck and back for people who have neck and back problems. It's a little bit easier to do it this way on all fours, but still a challenging exercise for the core muscles and the back muscles. So get ready, we've got about 10 seconds left, and then we'll be heading into our next exercise, which is going to be our plank with alternating shoulder touches. That's coming up next. So our next exercise is a plank with alternating shoulder touches. This is a great exercise. It works your core muscles, which keep you in that plank position, and it also works your shoulder muscles, which you're using to touch the opposite sides of your shoulders in this movement. If you want an alternative, because this can be a little difficult to do for a full minute, you can simply stay in this plank position and sway back and forth. But if you can, try to do the alternating touches. It makes it more challenging. And this is, again, is an excellent exercise for both the shoulder muscles and the core muscles. The shoulder muscles can be challenging, again, to work without equipment, but this is one of the ways that you could definitely do it. I'm doing the alternative right now, which is just to sway, or you can go back to the alternate touches of the shoulder. Coming up next are our burpees in 5 seconds. So this next move I'm doing is a burpee with a push-up. This is probably the pinnacle of all body compound exercises that you can do. As you can see, you're basically working all the major muscles of your body. You're working your butt muscles, you're working your front and your back leg muscles, your calf muscles, and you're also working your upper body, your shoulder muscles, as well. You're working your core. So there's a reason why many workouts include the burpee. And you can do it as an alternative without the push-up, although you're definitely using all the major muscles in your body if you add that push-up. This is a burpee with push-up, again, exercise called a compound exercise because it so well works all the major muscles of your body. So get ready, our next exercise is coming up, which is going to be our lunge jacks, coming up right now. Our next exercise here is called a lunge jack, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's a lunge movement, lunging forward, but also combining it with the arm movements of a jumping jack. It's a great exercise that works the butt muscles, the leg muscles, and even the calf muscles as well, and you're getting your arms involved by doing those jumping jack motions with your arms. If you're new to doing lunges, the most important thing to remember is to think about dropping the knee behind you as opposed to bending the knee in front of you, and also to ensure that your knee does not go over the front of your toes when you're going into the down phase of the movement. If you lose your balance like I do here a couple of times, it's all right. Just slow down, take it nice and slow. Again, a very excellent exercise for the muscles of the lower body. Get ready for our next exercise, alternating jackknives. Okay, our next exercise is alternating jackknives. This is a great exercise for the muscles of the abdomen, which are part of our core stabilizing muscles. These are the muscles that we use for basically every single movement that we do from the minute we get out of bed in the morning to when we go to bed at night. The core muscles are very, very important, and it's okay to exercise your abdominal muscles every day with every workout that you do. So it's important to add some abdominal exercises, some core exercises into every workout routine. This is a great exercise because it uses your arms and legs to add a wider lever, meaning there's more weight for your abdominals to have to lift up than if you were doing just a regular crunch. Again, this is called alternating jackknives. Get ready for our next movement, which is going to be a lateral step and reach, coming up next in 5 seconds. All right, if you've made it this far, you're doing great. This is our last exercise of the first set of this body sculpting routine. We're doing a lateral step and reach, which is a side-to-side movement Similar to a lunge in that we're going to be concentrating on dropping down and not moving that knee over our toe when we're moving side to side. And it's also very important to include the upper body movements as well, which is similar again to a jumping jack movement where we're lifting our arms and lowering them to touch either your foot or the side of your calf, whichever is more comfortable for you. This is a very challenging exercise. It's a compound exercise that works many of the main muscles of your body, but mainly the lower body muscles, which are the butt muscles, the quadricep muscles, the hamstring, and even the calf muscles. So again, we're nearing the end of the first part of our routine. Get ready for a quick break and then on to round 2. Okay, this is the rest and water break time. Time to shake it out a little bit, get yourself some water, take a little bit of a breather, and get ready for the next set of exercises, which is going to be a repeat of the first 10 done in the exact same order. You will feel more tired during the second round, but keep on going. You're doing great. And this is an excellent, as I say, body sculpting all over routine. So get ready to go. We're just about to get into round 2. Okay, we're moving into round 2, which is going to be a repeat of the same 10 exercises done in the same order. So once again, we're doing push-ups, round 2, and I'm showing the alternative right now, which is on your knees. You may feel more tired and fatigued during the second round, so it's totally fine and okay to do the push-ups in the second round on your knees, whatever you can do, but try to push yourself as much as you can. This is definitely a more challenging intermediate workout, but you can do it. Just work hard and know that this is your last round of push-ups, and after this you're done with push-ups for today. Again, I'm going back to show the alternative, and get ready for our next exercise, which is coming up in about 10 seconds, which is going to be once again our plank with alternating leg lifts, and that's coming up in 5 seconds. Okay, here we are, round 2, our plank position with the alternating leg raises for the second and last time. Try to think when you're at this point in the workout of just keeping your form as good as you can. And also, if you feel tired, you can do the alternative, which I was just doing there, which is just being in that plank position or doing a little bit of a sway. But if you can, try to push yourself to raise your legs, do the alternating leg raises. Again, this works the muscles of the butt and the leg muscles, and it also works the core or stabilization muscles, which are so important for everyday activities. So keep going, you can do it. You've only got about 15 more seconds left, and then we're going to be moving into our next exercise, which is going to be our last round of the deep squats, and that's coming up in 5 seconds. Get ready, squats are next. So here we go in our second and final round of our deep squats, which again work the muscles of the butt. They also work the quadricep muscles, and they work the calf muscles. The squat is a go-to exercise for the muscles of the lower body. There are many different kinds of squats you can do. I like adding squats to my leg routine. Basically every time I work my legs, I like to do squats. It's just a very effective way of working so many of the muscles of the lower body, and depending on the kind of squat you do, you can also add weight, which helps to work the muscles of the upper part of the body. And of course, any kind of exercise like this challenges the core or stabilization muscles. So again, we're doing deep squats here, getting ready to go into our next exercise, which is going to be round 2 of our bridge lifts. Okay, here we go with our second and last round of bridge lifts, adding the alternating leg lifts. Although squats are probably the most popular lower body exercise you see people doing, if you want to specifically target your butt muscles, the shaping of your butt muscles, exercises like this, like a bridge lift, are very, very good at targeting the muscles of the butt. And usually if people do a butt-specific kind of a workout, they always include some type of a bridge like this. So it's a great exercise to include if you want to shape the muscles of the butt. So again, this is a bridge lift with alternating leg lifts. Get ready for the next exercise, which is coming up, which will be our second and last round of our Supermans. That's coming up in about 5 more seconds. Remember to keep your form strong right till the end. So here we are doing our second and last round of Supermans on our hands and knees. The excellent thing about exercises like the Superman with the alternating arms and legs like this is they actually really help us develop the strength of our core and our muscles that balance us. And balance is a really huge part of being fit. Being fit is about being strong, and it's about being flexible, and it's also about having balance. The one thing that separates people who are fit from people who aren't fit is they generally have a much stronger sense of balance. They're able to balance on one leg or the other, and that actually helps you so many times in your regular work day that you would be surprised to know how important it is. Balance, flexibility, and strength really go together. So here we are finishing up our last round of Supermans. Get ready for our next exercise, plank with shoulder touches. It's really important when you're doing body sculpting activities, especially if you don't have hand weights to work with, that you try to balance out exercising the muscles of the lower body with also exercising the muscles of the upper body and your core muscles. Exercises that include plank position like this exercise all of your stabilizing your core muscles, which are the muscles of your abdomen and the muscles of your back as well. Those are all part of your stabilization muscles. And also by doing the destabilization and touching the shoulders, you're helping to work your arm and your shoulder muscles as well. So this is an excellent exercise that helps to work the upper body instead of just focusing on the lower body when you're doing a body sculpting workout and you don't have the benefit of weights. Get ready for our next exercise, which is our last set of burpees, coming right up. All right, here we are doing our final set of burpees with or without push-ups, whatever you're able to do. By this time in the workout, yes, you're going to be feeling fatigued, you're going to be feeling tired, but that is the time to really push yourself and to be strong. Try to add that push-up in if you can. If you can't, simply do what I'm doing, which is the regular burpee up and down movement. Keeping in mind, again, this is an excellent compound exercise that many trainers include in programs simply because it works so many of the muscles of both the upper and the lower body. It's an excellent, excellent exercise. Try to include it in any body sculpting or even any HIIT routine that you do. Some form of a burpee, an excellent exercise. Okay, get ready for our next exercise, which is our last set of lunge jacks coming up now. Okay, here we are doing our last set of lunge jacks. I used to be afraid of doing lunges because I didn't like the instability of the movement and I would often feel like I was off balance or falling over. But I've actually really come to enjoy doing lunges because they help work your stabilization muscles along with your butt muscles and your leg muscles. So don't be afraid of doing lunges of any kind, side lunges or front lunges. Just be careful that you don't let the knee go over the toe and try to think in your mind of dropping down the leg that's behind you instead of bending the knee in front of you. Think of it as dropping down into the movement, which actually will help you with your form. Get ready for our next exercise, which is going to be our alternating jackknives, coming up in 5 seconds. Keep it strong, you're almost done. Okay, here I am doing our last set of alternating jackknives. I have to admit I was pretty tired by this point in the workout because a lot of the other exercises that we did in this routine also included our abdominal or our core and stabilizing muscles. So by this point in the routine, you will be feeling tired and this will be very challenging. If you need to leave your head lying on the ground while you lift the alternating arms and legs, you can do that. Just to make it a little bit easier, that's an alternative for you. But try to keep it strong. Try to do the full jackknife movement. it is going to be very challenging at this point because the muscles in your entire body will be feeling fatigued, as mine were. You've got about 10 seconds left, so keep it nice and strong. We're going to move into our final exercise of the body sculpting routine, which is going to be, again, that lateral step and touch, coming up right now. Okay, yay, this is our last exercise of the body sculpting routine. If you're with me still, you're doing an excellent job. This is our lateral step and reach, which is a side lunge. It's going to exercise, again, many of the muscles of the lower body, our leg muscles, our calf muscles, our butt muscles, and we're adding that upper body movement to help keep it an all-over compound movement. You've only got about 30 seconds to go. You should feel very, very happy with yourself if you're still with me here, because this is a very challenging intermediate body sculpting routine that is exercising many of the major muscles of your body. So keep it strong for these last few seconds of the routine. Try to, again, make sure that you don't let that knee go over your toe and that you're trying to keep your balance and making sure you keep your arms involved in the movement. So keep going, you're just about there, and congratulate yourself. You finished the workout. That's awesome. Yay, you did it. Congratulations, that was great. I hope that you will like this video and subscribe to my channel. This is Trainer Julia saying, have a fit day.